Ask an IT security person what their top priority is. They will say protect the data. Now, ask an OT engineer what their top priority is, and they will say keep the line running. Same building, completely different answers. The difference is entire foundation of OT security. Think of it like a hospital. IT security is the records room. Lock it down. Encrypt everything. Access denied if in doubt. OT security is the operating theater. You cannot press pause. You cannot lock down the mid operation. Uptime is not a preference, it is life or death. In IT, when in doubt, block it, security wins. In OT, when in doubt, keep it running, uptime wins. Every security decision you make in OT must answer one first question. Will this action risk stop production? If the answer is yes, the approach changes. There is a belief in manufacturing that goes like this. Our OT network is isolated. Nothing can reach it. We are safe. This belief is called the air gap, and in most plants today it is a myth. Here is a question. Does your plant have a historian? A historian is connected to both your OT network and your IT network. That is not air gap. That is a bridge. Does your plant have remote access for vendors or engineers? That VPN is the door into your OT environment. Every door is a potential entry point. Does any production data flow to the cloud? That pipeline runs both ways, even when you configure it to run one way. A 2024 industry survey found that only 8% of industrial organizations still have fully isolated OT systems. Only 8%. And the other 92% have connection they may not have fully mapped. The first step in OT security is accepting this reality. You are probably connected. Find out exactly how. Imagine your IT security team runs a routine vulnerability scan. Standard practice, they do it every month. This time they include a production subnet they have not scanned before. Line 3 stops. Nobody knows why. It takes 4 hours to diagnose, another 2 to restore. The scan crashed the PLC firmware. This is not hypothetical, it happens, and it happens because IT security tools and OT systems speak completely different language. Think of it like a kettle and a car. Both run on electricity. You should never use a car jumper cable to boil water. IT tools and OT systems both run on networks, but they are fundamentally different machines. An IT vulnerability scanner spans packet to probe for weaknesses. A PLC was never designed to handle probe packets. It does not ignore them, it crashes them. Rule 1 of OT security. Never run a standard IT tool against an OT network. Every tool you use must be OT aware. Passive, protocol specific. Most people assume that attacker wants one thing from a manufacturing plant, money, ransom. That is only one of the 3 motivations, and it is not the most dangerous one. Motivation 1, ransom. Encrypt the OT system, halt production, demand payment. This is most common. It is also the most visible. You know immediately that you have been attacked. Motivation 2, disruption. A competitor, a hostile state actor, an activist group. The goal is not money, the goal is to stop your plant from producing. This is harder to detect because sometimes it looks like an equipment failure. Motivation 3, espionage. Steal your process parameters, your formulations, your production schedules. This is most dangerous because it is invisible. You may never know it happened. Different motivation requires different defenses. A plant defending against ransom needs backup and recovery. A plant defending against espionage needs data flowing monitoring. Know your threat before you spend a single rupee on security. Before you spend any budget on OT security, answer these 5 questions about your plant. 1. Do you have a historian? Is it connected to both OT and IT network? If yes, you have a breach. 2. Do vendors or engineers access your OT system remotely? If yes, every one of those connection is a potential entry point. 3. Does any production data flow to a cloud platform? If yes, the pipeline has two ends. 4. When did you last audit which account have access to your OT systems? If the answer is I am not sure, you are exposed. 5. Do you know every device on your OT network by name? If not, you have undocumented devices. This is not meant to alarm you. This is meant to give you an honest starting point. Most plants score 4 or 5 out of 5, exposed on almost every question. That is normal, and that is where we start.